on a Sunday afternoon, staying in the nature park by the river Karakol, Kyrgyzstan. Warm sun, cool blowing wind, the sound of water in the Karakol river, children playing, bigger sisters taking care of their younger brothers and sisters. A day full of joys, peace, quiet. I decided not to rush around seeing and moving to places, rather rest in Karakol all day today. Yesterday I arrived late in the evening, not late, around 4:30. And then as I got down from Marshrutka, the small, probably 20-seater shared taxi from Bishkek, after getting down I just surfed on booking.com a place and found a nice guest house, park hotel, where I had a good time yesterday. And today I went around the Karakol town, which was explored, I think, 1869 by a Russian explorer. And Russian Empire took control of this part of Central Asia and had another name which was based on the name of an explorer who died of typhus here in end of 19th century. The wind is so good, the place so nice. The church is all wooden, very beautiful. The wooden churches are part of Slavic culture. While staying in Slovakia, and especially eastern Slovakia, bordering Ukraine, near Humene and Snina, I would visit small, beautiful village churches where I encountered a just married young couple in the church, and I gave them my greetings and good wishes for happiness together. And these churches, like in India, in Ladakh, like in parts of Kinnaur Valley in Himachal, are fine examples of not only wooden architecture, but also wood engraving, and the symbolism, the forms, of course, are rooted at times in nature, in their own myths, in the iconography, maybe the Orthodox Church iconography or Buddhist iconography in India, in case of Ladakh and Himachal, Kinnaur. I think one should not just go on walking and traveling and traveling and traveling for nothing. Wherever you arrive, stay. Breathe in the life, breathe in the nature, breathe in what is around you. You will feel in your soul, as they say in Russian and Slovak and Czech and Polish, you'll feel it in the dusha. Dusha, the soul that is pure, the soul that is in nature, the soul that is outside of worldly focus, the sun falling on the skin, softly burning, but the wind immediately acts as a balm. So it's like sweet and sour on your skin. Warmth of the sun penetrating, but the wind reduces it, the cool wind, and all around you you have the beautiful nature, the mountains, both sides of this part. East as well as west, you have mountains. And the place is connected to two other countries, China on the east and Kazakhstan maybe about 150 kilometers to the north. So this place is also a melting pot of different cultures. Many people migrated here as far back as in the 19th century from Russia, looking for place and pastures and place to cultivate. Similarly, some Muslims from Muslim group from China who were persecuted there I think in 19th century, escaped to Kyrgyzstan and they settled here. And it's they who have created this mosque in wood. And the design is, well, as the Chinese pagodas are. So all religion finds its foundation in the culture of the people, in their food, in their habitude, in their clothes, in the climate, in the foods that they exist around them or the nature gives them. This is somehow very interesting. A religion may profess a unified philosophy, but the humans, when they interact with religion, do bring to it their own history of cultures, society, people, attitudes, habitude, customs, and past religions, of course, because no religion is, has been existing all the time. There were religions, nature worship religions, which still exist in parts of northeastern India, in Arunachal, in Nagaland. So as the different religions come, the old ones don't just vanish. They carry forward the memory into a new religion in terms of the habitude. So when you see a Russian crossing himself in Eastern Orthodox style, the habitude is different from a Catholic, let's say from France, praying and crossing himself in the church. So these are interesting things. Maybe another time one can think about the cultural impact or cultural interactions, how they influence religions differently the world over. But it's great, though I don't have much time here, maybe another 3-4 days in Kyrgyzstan. I'm really happy to be here and to be quiet, not to be moving, but to stay put and watch the things move, the nature move. Nature moves, the wind blows, the leaves sway in the wind, the sun heats you. Morning was cold, probably 7 degrees in the night. Mountains have snow around. But the sun is so joyous. It's like you walk beyond the existent. You arrive at a joy which you desire not to end, a feeling of fulfillment, of of non-covetous self. You desire nothing, you want nothing, the mind sleeps. Mind is opiated by the nature, the soul awakes. And that's something very beautiful, I realize here. Yes, talking about Kyrgyz people, they're very like Asians. They're very hospitable, like you find all over the world. Community which are not so much into technology, not so much into urbanization, and also historically these people have been, well, quite in the nature, much in the nature. So, number of times I confronted the benevolence, the positivity, the kindness, the compassion of the Kyrgyz people. They help. They help when you need help. They're kind. Talking about their food, I found quite a bit of their foods are, well, linked to India. Like India, we have a paratha, so they also have stuffed paratha, at times with mincemeat or some other things, Then they have kind of soups, which are also very similar to India. They also use a lot of spices. I don't know. I was not familiar with all the spices, but varieties of chilies, red chilies, powdered, I found in the market. They have a very big market here, which is, unfortunately now, a kind of shanty town. It's not so well organized. It is all housed in steel containers, which used to bring goods, I think, earlier. I don't know, maybe from Russia or Soviet Union or from where. So all those things have been even tiled outside the containers. And a lot of products, false fiber clothes, shoes, gumboots, winter boots, all kinds, and very cheap. Recycled plastic goods. People are poor, no doubt. But so are they in India too. And so are they in so many countries. And so are they in Africa. But that's one thing. Another thing that you find in this market is that most of the products, I think, they originate in China, which has a running border with this eastern part. So the goods come from Chinese factories, produced there. And of course, you find that today being Sunday, the markets were very overcrowded. They also have markets for animals, one market, where you can buy a filly or a horse or a mare, or a baby horse or whatever you want. Sheep, cows, whatever. Like in India, the animal markets which you have in Rajasthan and other places all over the country. So the rural people have to have this kind of exchange, buying, selling animals, because that's their life. The cattle are their life. And I saw that in the trucks and in the trolleys, they were coming to sell or to buy the whatever animals they had need for or they wanted to dispose of. And of course, in the market, I found a lot of ladies, short from the village farmers' families, selling wonderfully, beautifully colored, fresh, aromatic apples, apricots, and many other dried fruits, blueberries, blackberries, grapes, a lot of things that are produced in this part of the world. I bought also some fruit which I don't remember what the name is, so very sweet and slightly sour, reddish. So it's great, very healthy food you can get here when you go to the market, Normally the rates are fixed in the market. You can just buy things, at the price. Or sometimes there's bargaining also. So that happens mostly on Sundays because people have hard lives, so they work hard. So on a Sunday they buy a stock of things for the whole week, and stock of food and other things. Yes, and I found there are big garages here, which have parts from all kinds of old vehicles, and I think they come by road from west, all disposed of, and old model and polluting or whatever, old cars, from Volkswagen to Audi to Mercedes, everything. And you find there's a flourishing market in the old cars here. Everybody is driving here is a big car, but though petrol is not produced here, Kazakh has almost 80% cheaper petrol than Kyrgyz people have, because they don't have anything. I think it's about 60, 70 som per liter here, whereas in Kazakh it may be 30, 32 or so. But still they have big cars, and I think they must be coming very cheap. So it was quite a surprise to see these garages dismembering all the cars and then selling out to the customers whatever parts or things they need. So the West must be happy. Instead of sending the old cars to crush them to metal, they are being used at least here. But that may be a cause of pollution also in the cities here. But that's what it is. So this is what it is. Some more things, on a Sunday afternoon. I'm on a swing here, and around the swing, the people, the children, the babies, all enjoying their Sunday afternoon. You can see in the houses, you can look around in front, and the trees, and on this side down there is the river, Karakol, and maybe you can hear a cock crowing, because here, it's being a city, but still it's the periphery, this area. And the families have domestic animals and cows and sheep and hens and all that. So that's what it is.